Hello everyone, my name is Aman and today we'll be discussing a most common interview question in JavaScript, that is flattening an array of array. So for that we have an example. So for now, like, we have an input that is the array having the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. So what is the difference here? Like, we instead of having a number at this position, we are having one array. So what we need to do, we have to return an output which is having only numbers without any nesting of arrays. So for that, what we can do, let's start. We can declare a const input as this array. We can declare this array as an input here, and what we need, we'll create a output variable, and we will store the result here. And for that, we can also create a function. Let me declare an array. So I will create a function that is flatten array. So now we are having the basic structure of the code. So now what we can do, so from here we are calling this function and we are passing this input here. So we what we need to do initially, we need to iterate through all the elements of this array, and now we have to find out like a way so that we can extract the values from this array which is inside this input array. So first what we can do, we can start with a for loop. So here what we are doing, we are creating for loop, starting from the zeroth index, and will loop through the element that is input dot length, and we'll loop through all the elements. And in that case, what we need to check, we need to check like if this current index is an array or not. So for that, what we can do, we can use this function and we can check. So here what we are doing, we are checking that the current index or current element on in this input is an array or not. So we'll check there if it is an array. So we will do some logic so that we can extract that values from that array. Otherwise, what we will do, we will just push the result in the output array. So like that, we can put. So if we are getting the input as a number only, then what we will do, we'll push the output inside output value inside this output array. And if everything goes fine, at the end, what we'll do, we'll return the result. That is output for us. So we need to write a logic so that we can extract the values from here. So in that case, what we can do, we can use recursion. So in recursion, what simply we need to call this function whenever we are getting this input as an array. So simply what we can do, we can just call this function from here with the current element, and that should solve our problem. So let me run this code and check if it is working fine or not. So as you can see, we are getting the result as expected, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What we can do, we can change the array and we can check if we are getting the proper values or not. So I'll match the array to 3 levels, okay? And we will check if it is working fine or not. Okay, now I will run the code and see it is working fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 13, 14. So that is working totally fine. You can also use any array and you can check if this is working for you or not. That's all for today's video. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel. Thanks.